I did was open a noodle shop with free refills, and they beat me to death over it. When I opened my eyes again, I was back. The day that woman first walked through my door. This woman, Zhang Xin, walked in with 6 kids, ordered 1 bowl of noodles, and refilled it 188 times. She basically turned my shop into her personal cafeteria. I tried to talk to her nicely. She turned around, filmed a video, called me a scammer, and sicked her followers on me. The next day, a crew of thugs blockaded my shop, ordered 1 bowl, and camped there all day. I went to confront them, and they beat me to death right there in my own restaurant. When I opened my eyes again, I was back. The day Zhang Xin walked in with her 6 kids. Hey, give me the cheapest noodles you got. A woman in faded, worn-out clothes, 6 scrawny kids trailing behind her, standing at the door like she owned the place. The one up front. Zhang Xin. She runs an account called 6 Kids Mom Hustling in the City. Zhang Xin is an influencer. All of this in a carefully staged scam for clout, and I was just the innocent guy she picked to farm for views. Since I got a second shot at life, I'm gonna make sure this snake goes down in flames. Come on in, find a seat for the kids. I forced myself to greet her with a big smile. My warmth clearly threw her off. She'd probably played out 100 different scenarios in her head where I'd turn her away. Then she'd play the victim, milk the sympathy, and maximize her engagement. She never expected me to welcome her with open arms. Hey, is this really okay? What are you talking about? I run a restaurant. I'm not here to turn people away. I cut her off before she could finish, pushed 2 tables together for them, and poured 7 cups of hot tea. Kids must be starving. Drink up, warm your stomachs first. The suspicion in Zhang Xin's eyes slowly faded, replaced by greed. She probably figured I was just a pushover with no brain. She cleared her throat and started running her playbook. Hey, we don't have much money. Just 1 bowl of plain noodles. She dug around in her pocket for a while and pulled out a crumpled wad of cash. Exactly $10. Not a cent more, not a cent less. I smiled and took it. Sure thing. 1 bowl of plain noodles coming right up. I headed to the back but didn't start cooking right away. Instead, I repositioned one of the security cameras. I made sure it had a clear shot of Zhang Xin's table. Then I started cooking. A hot, steaming bowl of noodles came out fast. Zhang Xin grabbed her chopsticks and right in front of her starving kids, demolished the whole bowl herself. She licked her lips and called out like it was the most natural thing in the world. Hey, refill. Without a second of hesitation, I brought out another bowl. Then another and another. I kept smiling, stayed quick on my feet, and gave them great service. Zhang Xin got bolder by the minute. Her demands got louder and louder. She even pulled out her phone and started posing for shots. Watching her, I couldn't help but smirk. This woman was calculated and shameless. She was clearly waiting for me to run out of patience, then call her out or kick her out. That's when she'd flip the script, play the victim, and put on her whole abused by a greedy business owner show. Too bad. I wasn't giving her that chance again. The other customers in the shop started noticing and whispering among themselves. One old regular, a sanitation worker, couldn't hold back anymore. Boss Chen. I gave him a smile and a small shake of my head. Don't worry about it. I wanted Zhang Xin to put on the biggest show she could. The more she performed, the harder I could hit back. By refill number 19, Zhang Xin finally cracked. She could see I wasn't taking the bait, so she decided to go on the offensive. She cleared her throat and turned toward her phone camera. Guys, look. This owner is seriously so kind. We've eaten so much and he hasn't complained once. Nothing like those greedy business owners you see online. Our family is so lucky to have met someone this good. She was setting me up. Building me up high on purpose. The moment I showed any frustration, that contrast would make her video explosive, and it would send her followers into a rage. Death by praise. She knew exactly what she was doing. I laughed to myself, but kept the warm smile on my face. Come on, don't say it like that. I opened this place so everyone could have a hot meal. As long as I'm open, nobody's leaving hungry. The crowd loved it. Cheers from every table. A flash of irritation crossed Zhang Xin's face. She wanted me to blow up, not build my reputation. Her eyes shifted, and she cooked up her next move. You're such a good guy, but honestly, the noodles don't really fill you up. Since you're already being so generous, could you throw in some meat sauce too? Plain noodles are vegetarian. The meat sauce version? That's $3.50 a bowl. Classic. Always pushing for more. In my past life, this is exactly where I said no, and that's when she blew up. No problem. I went back to the kitchen, scooped a big ladle of fragrant meat sauce, and poured it evenly over the noodles. Here, get some protein in those kids. Zhang Xin was completely thrown. Every line she'd rehearsed got stuck in her throat. She couldn't wrap her head around why this owner just kept giving no matter what she asked for. The other customers' looks had shifted too, from pity for her to respect for me. Boss Chin's got the heart of a saint, I swear. Right? You don't see people like that anymore. Zhang Xin sat there listening, face cycling between pale and green. She wanted viral outrage aimed at me, not people singing my praises. Plan A was dead, so she gritted her teeth and kept eating. Bowl 20, bowl 25, all the way to bowl 30. The kids were slumped over in their chairs, practically turning green. Zhang Xin's stomach was round as a drum. She couldn't take another bite. But she didn't look happy about all those free bowls, because her whole scheme had flopped. She shot me a glare like I'd personally wronged her family. She muttered a quick thanks, and bolted out the door with all 6 kids. After Zhang Xin left, the shop settled back down. The old sanitation worker came over looking worried. Boss, you took a serious hit today. That whole crew was here to freeload. You can't just let people walk all over you like that. Relax, I know what I'm doing. I closed up, saved, and backed up all the security footage. But that alone wasn't enough to take down Zhang Xin and the company behind her. I pulled up her social media account. 6 kids, mom hustling in the city. Hundreds of videos, all basically the same. Her and the kids in some cheap rental eating the most bare-bones meals, set to sad music with emotional captions. And right in the middle, sponsored ads and affiliate links. The persona her agency crafted. A brave single mom abandoned by her husband, raising 6 kids alone in the big city. Comments full of, "You got this, sis." A mother's love is everything. I'm crying. Pure manufactured sympathy. It was disgusting. That pathetic act had earned her nearly 1 million followers. I scrolled to her latest video with a cold smirk. Posted half an hour ago. It was footage from my shop, carefully edited, of course. She and the kids looked like they were having the time of their lives, and I was all smiles, catering to their every request. The background music was heartwarming. The title, "Even in the Big City, Kindness Exists." We stumbled upon the most amazing noodle shop. The owner fed 7 of us for $150. Grateful. My restaurant's address was pinned at the top of the comments. The whole section was flooded with praise. Zhang Xin's move? Build me up to tear me down. TikTok? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Just thinking about what she was planning next made me shake with rage. I closed the app. I opened the dial pad, then hung up before it rang. Calling the cops was pointless. She hadn't broken any laws. This was a moral issue. The police couldn't touch her. If the law can't deal with someone like her, then why not fight fire with fire? The next day, Zhang Xin's video blew up. My little noodle shop went viral overnight. 8 a.m. I rolled up the shutter and the doorway was already packed wall to wall with phones, cameras practically shoved in my face. The crowd was loud and messy. Some were genuine supporters. Some just wanted a show. But most of them had that look. Hungry eyes full of greed and calculation. All of them live streaming, with titles that were basically the same. Let's teach this owner a lesson today. I was ready for it. Kept the same smile as yesterday. Welcome, welcome. No pushing. One at a time. There's room for everyone, and everyone's getting fed. I hollered to keep things in order. The shop filled up instantly. Demands were coming from every direction. I was sprinting back and forth between the kitchen and the floor by myself. My shirt was soaked through. Boiling, straining, refilling, ladling broth. Over and over on autopilot. My arms felt like they were about to fall off. One young streamer with bleached blonde hair was going live on his phone and running his mouth at the same time. Chat, we're already on refill number 10 and the owner's starting to slow down. Is he tapping out? Come on, man, you're slipping. 6 kids. Mom came in here with 6 kids and hit 30 refills yesterday. We've barely done a few and you're already dragging. I walked over with his bowl, still smiling. Sorry about the wait. It's a busy day today. I set a huge, heaping bowl down in front of him. He blinked. Clearly didn't expect me to be totally unbothered. He picked up his chopsticks with a sheepish look, and while his chat spammed, "Don't waste food, just eat it," he forced every last noodle down his throat. By the end of the day, I served over 300 customers and sent out more than 1,000 refills. At 10 p.m., I saw the last customer out, collapsed into a chair, and felt completely hollowed out.